In the United States, the concept of work is undergoing a critical paradigm shift. Americans are questioning the traditional work model. With widespread vaccination, employers expect workers to return to pre-pandemic standard routines and work practices. However, workers are saying no. One of the most powerful tools humans have is the ability to think freely. Unfortunately, often people do not have an opportunity to maximize the value of this resource. Work and the associated responsibilities consume most of the day and extend a certain level of control over our lives. There is simply not enough time to leverage the full power of one's thoughts. The average full-time employee in the United States spends 9 hours working and at least 1 hour commuting to and from work. Add the time spent resting to be able to work again, and one devotes 75% of a 24-hour day to work or preparing for work. Since we live on an economic planet, work dominates virtually all aspects of life, including one's thoughts, current location, family planning, childcare, health, and the general quality of life. At the same time, compelling data demonstrates that 60 to 85% of the working population is not happy at work, hate their job, coworkers, or especially their boss. Intelligent Prediction believes that these powerful statistics, amplified by the effects of the global pandemic, are the driving force behind a current paradigm shift occurring across the workforce in how work is viewed, how it is performed, and most importantly, why it should or should not be engaged in. When the world shut down due to COVID-19, it forced people to step out of their daily routine. The vast majority of the workforce transitioned to working from home or was forced to stop working entirely. Over 33 million Americans contracted the virus, resulting in approximately 600,000 deaths. To put this in perspective, the human loss impact from COVID is equivalent to all American war-related deaths since World War I combined. The pandemic physically and emotionally impacted every citizen, as most people know someone whose life was lost. This significant loss, combined with time away from the traditional workplace, put life into perspective for a large portion of the workforce. The virus forced the realization that life is short and unpredictable. Not having to commute, waste time on low-value tasks or meetings gave employees freedom to think, enabling the re-examination of work-life decisions and the value of time on Earth, ultimately resulting in the conclusion that life is too precious to spend the majority of it working at a job that is not fulfilling. Consequently, the workforce is questioning at scale, why should I be doing what I am doing? This work-related self-awareness expanding across the labor force is similar in a sense to the technological singularity concept, in which computer networks become self-aware and expand their abilities, ultimately resulting in humanity losing control. However, instead of humanity losing control over the machines, workforce singularity is enabling employees to gain significant power over their careers, work environment, corporations they work for, and their lives. The digital world of today provides many alternatives to the traditional career for the American worker. With widespread vaccination, the workforce is expected to return to the office. However, many are saying no. 40% of employees prefer to work from home full-time, and 35% prefer a hybrid structure. Therefore, 75% of employees do not want to go back to the office full-time. Management, on the other hand, wants and expects the work environment to return to pre-pandemic routines and traditions, with workers returning to engage in business as usual. The problem with this approach is that the workforce mindset has expanded beyond business as usual. Companies that do not recognize this fundamental shift are exposed to losing their competitive advantage as high-quality talent leave for better opportunities with competitors that do. At its core, a company is simply a group of people working towards a common goal. Losing top talent and the ability to attract top talent will significantly impact the bottom line and future success of any business. Technology and the gig economy have expanded the opportunities for people to generate wealth outside of conventional careers. Additionally, stability in many traditional industries is declining, and working for a corporation offers less security than previously thought. The pandemic further exposed this fact. Intelligent Prediction believes that workforce singularity will continue to expand, requiring companies to adapt. Companies that do not embrace change, encourage entrepreneurial thinking and actions will continue losing talent as people pursue better opportunities. Intelligent Prediction believes that in order to retain high-quality talent, employers will have to raise wages, provide additional benefits, and enable hybrid and flexible work schedules. The future of work is rapidly changing for individuals and corporations. The future is not the past. Can you handle the truth?